Muslim, Christian, Jew, Hindu, Buddhist, and atheist one too, and all in between. This is for the absolute positive, good truth of God of you, only crossing bigger and better to the here and now of reality check, positive and good. If you look all over the news, right, you have Russia invading Ukraine, at least on my live stream all over YouTube. And if they wanted to get my attention with it, they sure did. But before I go into Russia, I would like to say this. I would love to be rooting for the home team wide open. I would love to be rooting for United Nations and being that guy behind you. But honestly, I can't be that guy for you. You hear me? Does that mean I'm rooting for Russia? Why, no, not at all. I'm only rooting for you guys to be one more positive than all negativity. But why this is being spoke on, the reason why I can't root for you is regardless of what you say about socialism or capitalism, I live in the freest country in the world that has a bigger prison population than anywhere. Listen, I was a young man that lived through the 90s and the early 2000s. They made a living off of arresting me, not ever helping me, you hear me? We're sold out every day by our politicians. We're sold out every day by our lawmakers. I'm telling you right now, if you don't know it, I will prove it absolutely. You never own anything in this country. You hear me? Everything is sold to you on a debt, And if you do have enough money to afford a home, right? That money, that home is never yours. You're always paying a tax on that property. And long before Russia come along, there was homelessness. There's people that are billionaires and there's homelessness. Come on, man, this is crazy. And it's all industrial. It's through the almighty dollar. This country and anything in the United Nations, as far as I can see, has made the almighty dollar their god. And in reality, it's sold them out. Russia's calling them out on it. I don't know if Russia's in a better standing, than us. I don't know. I'm not really particular on the ways of communism or Russians. Listen, I like to stay pretty much to the more positive and good of me as truth, to the reality check of you know, my own ways and paths only being that way. The only reason why I even study any of this is for the bigger betterment of all mankind to cross one more positive and good than all negativity that will have us in World War III. But I guess I could say I'm a student uh, of what is happening to the reality check of what I see. And I will tell you this. They're always, the United Nations and Russia are always going to be in some sort of territorial dispute over power and greed. And neither of them will ever dominate each other to the reality check of it, because in reality, they will destroy each other first. You hear me? You will destroy each other first before you do that. You can't stare down negativity, man, and not be affected by it. You see, you have to let it be nothing to you. You hear me? And the only way you fools can ever do that is become one minded together and know the absolute good God and truth of you to the here and now of reality. And it isn't to be either way that you guys are existing, because both ways have come up flawed in every way. Uh, Every time you apply negative with negativity, it's the decay and disintegration. It's the bad waste, suffering, and death of everybody, of everything. And since all your governments are nothing but faithful, right? And all faith is negatively deficient of crossing one absolutely positive and good as truth, adding up only bigger and better than all negativity. None know it, none teach it, none preach it, right? Well, how can you ever be that? How can you even wrap your mind around it? And is it too late? And where does that leave me? You know, where does that leave everybody else? Wake up. God as truth of the reality check of all I am makes kings and queens in nature for a reason. We're supposed to be one people together, growing bigger and better forever in all directions. We can't do that if we destroy ourselves. Or we even have a chance to germinate in the cosmos. I don't know, man. I tell you, I only wish the absolute bigger and better of all parties involved. I don't want to see any of you destroy yourselves negatively as hell. I definitely don't want to see it to the earth or anybody I know or anybody I don't know for that matter. You know, it's a shame. I'm going to do my part until it stops, until it starts, until it ends. To be the absolute bigger and better of it for you, one more positive with a good example as truth. To be the bigger and better of all that negativity. Only cross one more positive when you feel all negativity. Only add up with the most powerful energy till you feel good as truth when you feel all negativity. Until all the negativity, the deficient energy, subtracts up out of your reality, absorbed to one neutral nothing, just negatively deficient of you being positive and good. That's the truth. Repeat as needed. You can't suffer out of existence, decay, disintegrate, or die of that. Hear me apply that to all things matter of you. All else is just a devilishly delusional, hallucinating lie on your holy existence, crossing the good God and truth of all you are of reality of shape, form, and mass of atoms crossing and bonding, negative as hell at any time, to one neutral nothing. Just like your life, so shall be your death. Static, twisted, scattered, blind, and undefined, man. Burn out to nothing, you hear me? Don't be that way. Steal your lives back. All atoms are love knots, male and female energy of the God of all for everlasting peace. Every time these atoms bond more male to the good truth of their shape, form, and mass, right? With two or more Christ like, they make the good truth of every shape, form, and mass. Not to exclude every dimension of time and space you could think of, and every shape, form, and mass of God you could think of to the here and now of reality check. And every time they cross negative with negativity, it is the deficiency and decay, the bad way of their shape, form, and mass to the reality check of their bond, crisscrossing them to one neutral nothing. Just dust the wind at the beginning and negative energy of dusty old particles of matter. Uh, an atom in its core is made up of a proton and a neutron. And every time you apply one more positive when you feel all negativity, right? From the inside out to all you are at 360 degrees, right? You are stated good, right? And that proton is the positive energy of all the building blocks of all shape, form, and mass, all shape, form, and mass of matter. That's bigger and better than all negativity stated to the here and now. And the neutron is not neutral. It's always stabilized by the higher energy of the proton and is always negatively deficient of a proton. And every time you apply to what is called the electron ring, at whatever point that negative charge enters you, it enters to the core of the neutron and it causes it to become slightly radioactive. And that's the devil of you absorbing the negativity at that point from the electron of the electron ring to the core of you and producing it out less than one more positive and good as the truth of the matter of the here and now of your reality check. The Shiva shaft on your holy existence. There is nothing neutral. Either it's absolutely positively stated good as truth to the bigger and better of all negativity, or it isn't the neutral of nothing. All of all creation of existence is made of atoms. And every time you apply to this negative electron ring, which is everything around you that isn't you, that you're already here and now stated a higher energy to, because if not, you wouldn't be here and now with it. Okay? You wouldn't be housing the ability to manipulate it to the will of you, to the reality check of you, right? The knowledge of you. So you're already stated to a higher power and it hasn't destroyed you to nothing yet, right? So anything negative that you feel, unless you go absolutely splat, right? Without a thought about it, well, you could do absolutely bigger and better than that. More positive and good as truth, right? To the bigger and better of that negativity, subtracting to one neutral nothing. Repeat as needed. Listen to me. The quicker you are at responding to it, the less you leave yourself open for negativity to decay you, disintegrate you, and consume you to one neutral nothing. Only keep the Sabbath holy 24/7. Only more positively good as truth than all negativity that could destroy your shape, form, and mass to one neutral nothing by a factor of 4. Listen to me. Know the gravity of what I'm telling you. Only keep the Sabbath holy, more positive than all negativity by a factor of 4. If you do, you can never be destroyed for that. You can never suffer up out of existence for that. You can never decay, disintegrate, or die that. That is more positive and good as truth of the 24/7 of you, right? Than all negativity of you. That's a fact check. That's God. That's truth. That's a reality check. The smallest speck of one more positive, right, is stated bigger and better than all negativity because it's here and now, despite all of creation of existence, and only crosses bigger and better. Only be one more positive when you feel all negativity. Only add up to a feeling of good as truth. Only preset to train yourself to only be that way to the bigger and better of all. Because every moment, every second, every day that you're not that way, and it's not on you to be that way, is a day that you're potentially committing suicide to one neutral, nothing, just negative as hell of dust to wind at the beginning again. Only cross one more positive. I can't say it enough. Only light up the world from the inside out. Good as truth. only give the bigger and better of you to all negativity to the here and now of your reality until all of all subtracts to one, neutral nothing. If you do, you'll never be destroyed for that. You'll never suffer up out of existence for that. You'll never decay, disintegrate, or have a bad way that could destroy you to one, neutral nothing. Just negative dust to wind at the beginning again, waiting to bond out bigger and better from your end. You hear me? More positive and good. That's the truth. Listen, you can blaspheme the Father, you can blaspheme the Son, you cannot blaspheme the Holy Spirit of you, the positive energy, the good truth of you, man, in your life, here and now, and only lasting the bigger and better. And I'm telling you, if you do it one too many times, it's ass out for you. Hopefully, the factor of 4 from the 3-2-1 man, the God King, Adam man evolved, first evolved of all I am, the triple male of all I am, helps you in a major way with that. Russia, America. I don't know what to say about any of you, except none of you are me. And I don't know what to say about that. I just don't know how to feel about that. That's God, truth, and reality check.